Welcome to Knobs and Bolts, the ever-growing asset pack for high-detail, photorealistic decorative hardware for your next Arch-viz project, compatible with both Cycles and Eevee. Decorative hardware might seem like a small detail, but it has the power to completely transform a scene. From farmhouse chic to modern minimalist, a well-chosen knob or pull can dramatically change the look and feel of a scene. It not only adds functionality, but also enhances the overall aesthetic, tying your design together seamlessly. Without these elements, even the most beautiful render can feel incomplete. With them, your designs gain character, depth, and a polished, professional finish. Separated into clear categories, I have meticulously modeled each knob and pull with precision to resemble popular real-world hardware. All models are lightweight with clean topology, fully UV unwrapped, and come with realistic materials according to their real-world counterparts for that extra level of realism. The pack is fully compatible with Blender's asset browser, making it incredibly easy to pick and drop the pulls into your scene. Hi there, I'm Sasha for SFE-Viz, and I've been working with decorative hardware in the cabinet industry for almost 20 years now. And while there are hundreds of thousands of assets out there, packs dedicated to this particular element aren't always easy to find. That's why I've created Knobs and Bolts. In this introductory video, I will show you how to install the asset pack, its organization within the asset browser for easy picking, how to drop the assets into your scene, and the material options. I'll also touch on the naming convention for the hardware, which will give you an immediate idea of which pull to choose for your scene. Now let's see how it works. After you've downloaded the pack, take the zip file and unzip it in a location of your preferences, somewhere where you store all your assets. Now in Blender, go under Edit, Preferences, and under File Paths, you see all the settings for asset libraries. Now you click on that little plus icon here and navigate to the folder where you save the asset pack. Select that folder and click Add Asset Library, and that's all it takes. Now if you open up the asset browser, you can look under the drop-down menu and you'll find Knobs and Bolts. And you can already see all the assets, but if you open up the catalogs on the left side here, you can see that they are neatly organized, so you don't have to scroll through all of them to find the right one if you already know which category you're looking for. So now we can populate our scene. We have a fairly modern sideboard here, so I want to look for a contemporary pull. And for this model, I'm going to choose let's go with the Serenity. And it's best to drag and snap them in orthographic view. Just going to get the couch out of the way and all the other assets. And I like to select my front first, so I see the origin, which is in the center. And then I can click and drag my asset in and line the center up with the origin. And just like that, it's snapped perfectly to that face. And then I can go ahead and do that with all of them and quickly and simply just populate my scene here. So that's how fast and easy you can bring a bunch of pulls onto your model. Now this is looking really nice, but let's say we wanted to bridge between a more traditional look and a modern look. By using a transitional pull, we can easily do that and change the whole feel of the scene by doing so. So if I take the modern one out and bring in a more transitional one, everything looks and feels completely different. And that's what's so great about this pack. Now let's look at the material options. So if we select one of them and we look at the material tab, we can see that most of the pulls have a bunch of materials according to their real-world counterparts. To change the material of your asset, you can either go into edit mode, select everything, and then assign your material of choice, or, as I like to do it, just to keep the blend file clean, I just delete all the material slots that I don't want and just leave the one of my choice. Now black doesn't really work here. Let's go back to the golden champagne. That looks pretty good with the green. Now the materials themselves are kept simple in order not to overload your scene and not to use too much VRAM. And of course you can adjust and tweak them to your needs and desires. A few of these pulls have hardware-specific materials that will only work on that particular pull, and they will be named accordingly. They will have the name of that pull. Here we have the echo, and the name echo is represented in that material, so you will recognize that. And some of those assets also come with a subdivision surface modifier for greater smoothness. Should you be in a situation where the hardware is merely a background element, or you need to save on computing power, you can always deactivate those. And the same of course goes for the bevel, where you can always decrease the segments. Now a quick word about the naming convention in the pack. If we look at a website for decorative hardware, you can always see two different measurements. One is for the distance between the centers of the holes, which is standardized, and one is for the overall length. For this pack I've decided to focus on the overall length of the poles, and I've included that length in the name of each pull. That way you know immediately the dimension of each pull and can decide which one is the right one for your scene. The assets in this pack were created with the current LTS version of Blender, which is 4.2, and they work without any issues in 4.3. As for backwards compatibility, I didn't find any problems in 4.1. In any version before that, however, especially before 4.0, the models still work, but you might have to adjust some settings, mainly concerning the auto smooth shading, which has undergone several changes and revisions between 4.0 and 4.2. So there might be a need to turn on the auto smooth under the normals tab to achieve correct shading. So if we look, for example, on a pull here, because the auto smooth option needs to be on for the bevel modifier to perform correctly, you might have to go under the data properties, under the normals tab, and turn on auto smooth. And that way it will be shaded correctly. Aside from that, I did not detect any issues with the models or materials themselves in my tests. However, the situation is a little more complicated when it comes to the use of the asset browser. In every version I tested prior to 4.1, the append and snap options did not perform properly with missing meshes upon appending, etc. So if you drag and append, the origin is there, the mesh is in the outliner, but it doesn't show up, and I don't know where it ends. I assume it's a change in the code or something while they were updating the asset browser in versions. You can link the assets and they will appear. Hide my cube, the pull is here, and if I make it local, I can actually move it around and snap it to an object, but I can't make any changes. I can't change the materials or anything else. So that is something to be aware of. So if you're somebody who relies on Blender versions older than 4.1, be it for hardware or other reasons, one solution I found was to make a copy of the pack file, rename it to something recognizable, open it with your preferred version of Blender, and then save it with that version. And after that, you should be able to use the asset browser without any hiccups. So here, for example, I have a 3.6 test version. I saved that pack with 3.6. I can now append and snap them without any issues. Just be mindful of the possible requirement to adjust settings like the auto smooth shading. Transform your renders today with the perfect finishing touch by adding this asset pack to your library. Knobs and Pulls, decorative hardware for Arch-viz in Blender, is available now. Download today and elevate your projects to the next level. Links in the description.